You all should have you see my,
Yes.
Yes.
okay, good. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity. Let me speak about the GridTracker. I just want to go over some of the GridTracker features is provided for our hobby. I am claim it's not the complete every feature will address because we don't have the whole evening. But I will go over the most important ones and give you some hints and pointers what you have to watch out for if you want to use it in your shack. I mean, there are other similar programs out there, JT Alert, for example, which does similar things, but I like GridTracker because it has the integration of a map display where you see with one view what's going on and where your most best chances to make a contact, which direction. So what does GridTracker do? Mainly it visualizes radio contacts and propagation. You can also use it for tracking any of our awards and manages log files. Awards meaning DXCC, worked all states, worked all counties, and things like that. It integrates with WSJT-X, JTDX, and also with a lot of logging tools. And you can run it on Windows, Mac OS, and you also will be able to run it on Linux if you want to. Documentation, I say, is a little bit sparse for it, but it is very intuitive. Yeah, minimum for me. So I mean, it has a couple of features, but some of them, you hover over it, it explains you in a one sentence what's going on. And it can also be operated offline, meaning like you go out in a park or something and don't have necessarily internet. You could run it there, but nowadays, I mean, everybody has a cell phone with hotspot, so internet connectivity isn't necessarily a problem unless you live somewhere in an area where the cell service is sparse and not available. You also will be able to participate in the spotting network and collaborate there, meaning that your station, if you run, for example, digital or a CW, you could send spots to network, and then other hams can take advantage and see how the conditions are. There are a couple of different mappings available, which I show you in a minute in the live scenario. You can set custom alerts if you are looking for a specific country, specific call sign, or something like that. You can set alerts, and it will, yeah, it can run in the background, for example, in FT8 or FT4, and something pops up, or if somebody reports it, you can get an alarm, and your attention get drawn to the to your system. You have also integrated call sign lookup, where you can type in a call sign and it tells you who is the station, where it's located, and the name and things like that. And it will also tell you when you have a call sign, it will take it and tell you, oh, that's a call sign from XYZ and what country it is. And how you install it, it's very straightforward. You go to the website, gridtracker.org. By the way, I will upload that presentation later to the Groups.io page, so you can download it from there. And go back into it and go on the links and things like that. You select the version for your operating system. You run the installer and just follow the instructions, and then you have to do some settings in your WSJT-X software or in your logging software and in GridTracker in order to that they work together. I will show you this in a minute too. Yeah, the setup for the connections to WSJT-X. I will show you that now. Hang on a second, I minimize that. GridTracker, very easy, you just start it and it comes up full screen. You can customize the type of map you want to see. There are different maps available. I mean, it's the
wanted DXCC.
Yeah, sure. That's one thing. It's right now it's get fed by WSJT-X running on another computer over here remotely, so it feeds it in there. And because I normally don't WSJT-X, even if there's a couple of stations, they will come up as one, the DXCC as a new one, but they're not necessarily new for me, but that's besides the point. I see. Oh, I have that little bar up there. Let's see if I can get to move that. Oh yeah, I can move it. It's only in my screen here locally. So, in order, after you install it, the first time you come up with it, you go to the little gear box, the little gear here, and you set up certain settings. Let me go through the different tabs here. There are like a couple of different tabs: general, features, lookups, audio, map, grids, logging, and so on. In the general tab, the most important one is to recognize the receive port 2237. No, you remember that or write it down. That is where GridTracker listens to for data from other programs like WSJT-X, you know.
Hey, Udo?
Yes.
That relates to my earlier comments. All these programs want to use the same port, 2237.
Well, you can change it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have another program doing something else on the same computer, you'll be able to change it, okay? However, now we come to this problem what Bruce talked about. You know, you might want the output from WSJT-X to go to different programs, okay? So that will be a problem. You need some kind of software in between which multiplies the incoming UDP signal to different ports, you know, what the different programs listen to.
Yeah.
Because you can only have one program attaching to one port to listen, okay?
The way that I was taught that was that when a UDP message is set out on a certain port, then the first program to read it will destroy the message.
No, that is a myth. Yeah, what it is a port can only one application can only attach to one port. So if you have GridTracker right now attaching to port 2237, it's the only application receive data. If you have a second program trying to attach to 2237, it gets the internal message from the OS port is not available. And
I'm going to say it works FIFO, first in, first out.
Yeah, it depends who you start first, you know. That's
right. I will, if you know, I'll probably try to reach out to you after. I don't want to take up the whole meeting talking about UDP, but it is a deep subject and it really is important to understand it.
I'm use that type of stuff is pretty much my bread and butter I do at work with protocols. I do like industrial communication a lot with UDP and other protocols. So yeah, it's sometimes a little bit tricky, you know, when you have multiple applications running on the same computer and they all want to listen to something, you know. all to
Maybe
listen.
sometime if you have time, we can hook up
Yeah,
separately.
sure. I'm more than happy to. Now the other thing is, as Bruce earlier mentioned, okay, what comes in here can go out, and I can forward the information from here to go somewhere else, and I can address where the message will be sent to. I can put in an IP address in there. If you maybe have another program on a different machine or on the same machine. If it's on the same machine, then you would use that address, which is a local address. 127.0.0.1 is a general address, IP address, which is feeds right back to your own machine, but then goes to a different port, 2238. Like, let's just say you have some kind of other software running on your computer, which needs the information. You can either go and send the information from WSJT-X to the other software, and then the other software forwards it to GridTracker.
I don't want to take over the stuff too, but virtual machines, virtual COM ports.
Well, yeah, of course, you can do that too.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean that in reality, it is a virtual COM port.
Right.
It's not a physical COM port. It's used by the
Yeah. Well,
operating system.
127.0.1 is your local machine. So
yeah, it's your local machine. It feeds right back to yourself.
right.
They call that a loopback address.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And you also have the you have to send it then to if you send something to a machine to an IP address, you have to also specify where you want to send it to, what port. That would be in that case 2238, but that's the default. I mean, I can go in there and change it to whatever I want.
I think it might be worth mentioning that most people use that forwarding that he's pointing to send the call sign to their logging tool.
Right, but you don't necessarily would do that unless there's a specific reason to. I'll show you in a minute where would you do logging when we go to the logging tab, okay? Because there is another way how GridTracker informs logging programs. Because what right now that is everything what WSJT-X receives. So even if you're not in the QSO, you receive decoded messages. Okay, so what the messages come in, that will be absorbed by GridTracker and shown on the map. Okay, and you don't want to have everything like that in your log program. You know, you only want it in your log program actually when you created a contact and you finish a QSO, then you will go in there. And that comes in from WSJT-X on a different message. That would be that one here. This one is for just spots, what you hear. And that one is after you're done with a contact, you would receive it on that port. Okay.
My software, my log tool has two different names for messages. One is a call sign message.
Right.
The other is a QSO message.
Right.
And the ADIF message is usually, at least in my case, is usually the QSO. That's the completed.
That's
QSO.
correct. That is the QSO message. That is when you hit the log button, so to speak. When it's logged, then it comes through that stream here.
But until the QSO is finished, as soon as you double click on a caller in WSJT-X, it would use the call sign message, which would get received on 2237.
Yes,
right? And that would tell GridTracker it would tell it what the call sign is that you're about to communicate with, and then GridTracker would look it up for you and
Right, but
do all the other things.
yeah, but you also see also message. Anything what you hear will come through here. I mean, it's not only the when you double click on it, that yeah, of course that will be differentiated from the others, but any other information, because that is how GridTracker populates the map and populates the animation where it sees who communicates with who at the moment and things like that. Okay. Well, we go to that in a second. I will get to it. So that is the second important port. So you have to remember, write this port down, 2237, and you have for ADIF 2333. I mean, these are the default settings. You have to write these two ports down, and I will go into WSJT-X in a second and show you where it's end up. And that is pretty much when I go over to my machine here. That would be my other machine where the program running. I mean, that could be on the same machine. Don't get me wrong, but in my setting here, they're on two different machines because I use the one here for presentation just now. So if you go to in the WSJT-X if it was too fast, I go back to, I'm sorry, I should talk about it. You go to File, you go to Settings, and then you go to Reporting, the Reporting tab. And here you can set up the information where you want to set these UDP messages to. Now the 192.168.1.180, this is the machine I'm right now on where I do my presentation. I remote desktop to the other machine behind me here. And as you remember, there was the port 2237. That was the port which is reserved for the UDP data stream. Then if you log also through GridTracker, then you would send that message also to the same machine, because this would be the GridTracker machine, or that you would send to your logging program, you know. And that is the port, remember, 2333. Yeah, that is the port which we also had GridTracker listening to. So I have my system here right now set up so both messages go to GridTracker. I mean, again, as Bruce mentioned earlier, you could have that differently, use a different setup. You could go that to your logging program, and then the logging program sends it to GridTracker if you don't want to run GridTracker all the time. For me, GridTracker is pretty much always on. It's a background program because, yeah, I like to see what's going on.
One of
Can I ask you a
the
question?
things that has frustrated me in all the research I've been doing is that many of the replies and things that you find on forums, they talk about the settings and they show pictures of the settings, but they don't tell you what version of the software they're using. And I've found that in these, especially in these WSJT tools, that the configuration and setting windows often change from one version to another.
Yeah, I mean, I think WSJT-X is stable for the last couple years. I don't think there much change. There is a slight difference between WSJT-X and JTDX, but in principle, they're pretty much the same. I mean, yeah, I mean, sure, you have to watch out. Sometimes I think they stopped showing an alternate. Hang on a second, what was there? I think there was another line underneath here where you had an alternate, a second UDP server. I think they dropped it. In
Well, the other thing is that there's also WSJT-X and
Yeah.
WSJT improved. right? Which are
Yes.
different
Yeah.
versions.
Yeah. I mean, there are some different flavors where people did a mashup and yeah, there's even a version out somewhere where that program pretty much runs it by itself. So you're done with the QSO, it starts over again and yeah, calls CQ or whatever. And you're pretty much can go to work and come back in the evening and see what what did my computer work today. I mean, yeah, that is not really in the sense of operating ham radio, you know, like yeah, no,
I have
I
a
don't know.
question.
Yes.
Is it possible to have GridTracker, I'm sorry, WSJT send a message to N3FJP to automatically log a contact?
I don't know if if I mean, in principle, you can send a message to anywhere you want by putting the port in where this other program listens to and use 127.0.0.1 if it's on the same machine. But I don't know the other program you mentioned. I'm not familiar with it, and I don't know if it can chew on the messages from
Would that work with the ADIF message?
I mean, if it can understand the protocol, which is a standard protocol, I wouldn't
Dave,
see a problem. Why not? You know.
Udo, and Dave, I run N3FJP. That's my logging program.
Okay.
WSJT-X talks to N3FJP fine.
Okay, then yeah,
No
then
issues.
yeah, you have the
Okay.
answer. Yes.
I'll look into how to connect it then. Thank you.
Yeah. Oops. Let me.
Hey, Dave, there's a video, it's Brian. There's a video out there on how to connect those three because I got N3FJP as well.
Okay.
But since I don't use FT8, I haven't done it for a couple of years. I only set it up once. I didn't bother watching the whole video, but there is, if you type in all three of those and look for YouTube, it'll come up. If not, I think I still have it saved somewhere.
All right, I'll find it.
All right.
Okay.
What I've been doing is exporting the ADIF every once in a while from WSJT and then importing it into the LOA. So,
Yeah, I mean, you can do that too, but I have normally always 3 versions of JTDX running. One on 6 meter, one on my one station for the higher bands, and one on my other stations for the lower bands. We are right now on the one for the lower bands, which also works anywhere else. So they automatically send all the data to GridTracker, and then GridTracker syncs it up to Logbook of the World and QSZ.com every time there's a contact logged. So I don't have to. I don't have to do this with. I know I did this before. I had GridTracker. Once a week I uploaded my files to import it to QSZ and to get my Logbook of the World entries. And
the drawback that I
download it.
find of uploading the ADIF file is that you lose in WSJT, you lose that color coding of whether or not you've contacted somebody or whatever.
Well, that you can get it back in GridTracker.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. So the other
Alright.
settings, what it's important, you have to put in your locator, of course, where you are, and make sure you set your that you want your distance in miles and not in what other options there? Yeah, kilometers, of course, and nautical miles. I don't know why here with nautical miles, but okay. And if you want a different language in English, and that is if you want the dark mode, light mode, or to follow your system. That is like, some computers go a little bit darker in the night to make it easier on the eye and things like that. And the next thing is, let me go on my list here. Yeah, the features is pretty much everything I leave at default. That has to do with how it behaves with the spots and everything else. I normally don't do anything there. You can, but I mean, if you some people, you have the possibility, for example, to put a rotor, a smart rotor, get signals from and send the rotor in a spin. I question, like, okay, every time you do contact, the rotor spins like crazy. I don't know if that would be a good idea, but yeah, sure, you can do it. Yeah, I use a vertical antenna, so there's not much sense in turning them. In the lookup, that has to do with the call sign databases. They get automatically synced up. What you know, when I think every so often they sync up, so you have when a call sign comes up, you get the information where they are, and what you get more details about them. Comes in handy for US call signs, what county they're in, and things like that. Audio is interesting. I mean, I don't know if you heard earlier. I don't know if that came through. The computer was speaking because there was a new call sign came up, and it told me, oh, that's a DXCC you didn't have. It's a new DXCC, and so, and also you can set a tone when you log, when the program logs it. It tells you, oh, it bings, and you can set the audio's volume. You can select where the audio comes out, and you get some information about if you want to change the different characteristic of the speech. In the map, you can select what map you want. I mean, I'm right now have that one, but you can have oh, I mean, you can change. I don't know, that's not, yeah. You can have different maps. You can go through, and some are like a little bit weird, but okay.
Wanted DXCC.
Yeah, it came. I don't know, came this through. I don't know. But yeah, you have different ways of showing maps, whatever. Yeah, rocks you hard. So I had it. This one was my favorite. I don't know. And that would be the current map, and then for the night map, you can have a different one. You can have also color settings. You can have animation settings. I mean, like your settings. Yeah, okay. You can go to town here. I normally say leave it alone and until you're familiar with the program, and then start exploring. Make it one change at a time and see what happens. And if you don't like it, you can always go back. Grids is the information which shows you which grids you worked before, which you have confirmed. That is when you load your log in, and it gives you color indication if you are after worked all grids or something like that. That's why the name GridTracker. You keep the track of what the grids you worked in the world and which one you still need. Then logging, we here you set what, when you have a successful contact, where to send the information to and what logging program. Mine's is set up for QRZ.com. So I imported the API key from QRZ.com. You click the test button, and then it tells you, yeah, the information is correct and it will work. You can exchange data with Club Log, with this is some ham radio deluxe, I think, and this is I mean, they're like different EQSL logbook of the world. You put in your login credentials and you test that, and yeah, you can get the information with N1MM logger. And what was the thing? I don't, yeah, I don't know if this program you mentioned earlier, is that this N3FJP or what?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you can do the same thing here. You can specify where is this program, where it's listening to, and every time GridTracker records the QSO, it will send it to the logging program and logs it. And it happens automatically and don't have to think about it. But again, as Bruce pointed out, you have to have GridTracker running in order to do that, you know. So
Yeah, that's why my whole goal is to make my logging software the center of the universe.
yeah, you see, my center of the universe is GridTracker. I mean, yeah, I mean, sure, it really depends what you want to do. I mean, you can, yeah. So
Well, the reason for that is that I'm not always using FT8. I might be using phone, right?
What is phone? Yeah, I'm like, if you see my logbook, I'm like 99% FT8 guy. So like, I don't have the patience with phone contacts, sorry, but
Yeah,
anyway.
I only use logging, Bruce, with some contest where I'm looking to pick up DXCC entities,
Yeah.
not really to score points. And most of my operating is not actively logged.
You know,
so I use Win for Yezu as the center of my world, and that is set up to talk to 5 different apps, and it doesn't care whether you have them on or not on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, again, as I said at the beginning, there are so many different ways of people like to work and do this stuff. I mean, there's no wrong or right version. It's just different. I think Steve had a question. He raised his hand. No? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's go quickly over the all these little icons here, what they do. I mean, there's that send. I mean, if you move, as you can see, I can move the map around and do things, and it will. I'm right now where I'm on 15 meters, I think. Yep, 15. So it shows me what I hear. I mean, this is right now, the data is live. So what my station hears right now is shown on the screen here right now. Okay. So all these little dots or stations my station can hear, and when they're like lines, that indicates there is one station here is in contact with another station over here. So it gives me all this information. If I click on QTH, it sends us around my QTH, which is here. That's me. And I can see other stations in my same neighborhood here. Yeah, that it shows me. Yeah, I cannot point to it, but as you can see, it shows me the what the last message was. Oh, they they finished up a contact. They're in Logbook of the World. In there, I did work them before. I mean, I worked them and then confirmed Logbook of the World. And the last time was when I heard something from it. I mean, it's not much sense for a station locally, but let's, for example, go over here. That's in Alaska. I said, oh yeah, there is a station on 15 in Alaska. If I hear them with a -11, it's a good chance that I can work them, you know. So as you can see here, it gives me the indication. That's a nice thing on digital, because you get all this information from data you can listen. It cannot decode automatically single sideband or voice, because there is no protocol or digital way to decode a voice. I mean, not yet. Maybe in a couple of years, AI will be so good that it can listen to a contact and skim all the information out of the out of a single sideband transmission. But right now we're not there yet. So right now that only works for digital modes, or in certain ways also for CW. Okay. So the other thing what you have here, so
Wanted DXCC.
yeah, I know. The other thing what you have here is this button. If you want to look at the Earth in a different projection, you can switch between that type of projection and the I think azimuth projection, where you're in the center and everything is like away from you. I personally like that one, but again, other people have different opinions. And then you have that one here. That feature is the listing of all the stations and what's going on right now, what you hear on your station. Okay, what you hear in your program on the WSJT-X. And you can see the newest one on top. And it gives you the information. Okay, what is the call sign? What did they do? They called CQ worldwide. That of course the South America, the -1, oh, they're very strong actually. And it gives you more information. When was the last time the message came over? So that was it counts up because it was just happened. So there's a station from Mexico, and then the rest is all local. Yeah. Was there anything interesting? Otherwise, no. And for the US station, you get it looks them up, and then it populates here the county. So if you worked all states or something like this, the states are here, the counties are here. So you can set filters and alarms that if there's a county which is you still missing your collection, it gets highlighted and you get pretty much an information about it. So
I think you can click on the column headings too to sort by column.
Yes, you can do a lot of things. I mean, you can sort here by county, you know. You can sort by state, and you can sort by DXCC. I mean, yeah, there are lots of different possibilities, and I normally have it going by age, you know, like so the newer ones are on top, you know. So the other nice thing is, if I see something that I'm interested, I can double click on that one and whoops, where is it? What happened? And it will, hello, oh, here we are.
You can also move the columns in different locations.
You can move them around if you want, and you can minimize it, of course. Here we are. You can move the table, and the other thing is what you can do is you can also make sure that the table is always on top. You know, it doesn't disappear like it happened to me right now. Windows always on top. You can set, you know, that anything older than 2 minutes will disappear. I mean, things like that. yeah, you can set a watcher, you can set exceptions for stuff you don't really care for much, you know, like if any signals which are too low, like you can set a limit, like any signal which is lower than, like, let's say 17, you set that, so it filters out very weak stations you wouldn't have a chance to reach anywhere. For example, you use low power or something like that. If somebody is very off with their clock, you can eliminate them. You can show only stations which work on Logbook of the world, and you can have your min and max frequency. In FT8, you have a certain frequency you call on the FT8 frequency, and you can limit that to where your minimum and where your maximum frequency. And you can send if there's a call sign which you don't really interested in, or you don't want to listen about it, you can put it in, and it eliminates them and it will not list it. Okay, then you can put in so only see wanted, only see CQ. If you do that, you only see stations which call CQ, or when you set that one, which finish a contact and there are 73, and look at that like a CQ. So you get all the noise you can get eliminated. Yeah, that is a very, very powerful table there, where you can helps you to pick your battles, so to speak. And it indicated here, for example, oh, that is a station and probably a new county, because again, I don't use normally that program, so everything is new right now. So okay, let's get out of here. The next thing what you have is if you don't like these squares, you can change them to pushpins, what the stations are. I don't know, but you can that statistics of where you are. I mean, it pulls in the logbook from wherever your logging program you're using, and it will show you what are your current stats by your county or your state or whatever, or country. If you're interested in DXCC, you can apply filters there too. And you can sit here, for example, I want to see how my stats is for DXCC. Or this is all the stations I worked, and this is the one I have confirmed, and this is the one I'm needed. Yeah, I'm still far away. I only have 161 and still need half of the world. And then here it breaks it down by band. Okay. Same thing with like zones. Worked all states. And if your live decodes what's going on right now, and so on. Yeah, it's out of here. That was that one.
Hey, Udo?
Yes.
In your opinion, would you say that the audio features of GridTracker are equal to JT Alert?
Yes, I used JT Alert too. I missed my map. I'm only a visual guy, so I like the map, to see what's going on. I like also, I mean, the heat map, there is something similar in JT Alert, but I like that one here. I can see with one view here, there is activity on 15 meter from PSK, and the red bars here are from what's reported by PSK Reporter. So I can immediately see where's the action, what band, should I switch to get, yeah, it's more likely to have contact. So right now it looks like 15 meters is hot. Yeah, there's still some activity, 12, 10, and 6 might be a little bit, but there's much going on the 40 and 80 right now yet. So that helps me a little bit. With one view, I can look at it and said, oh, the action is right now in 15. So if I only have a couple of minutes, I will switch my station 1 station to 15 and see what's going on there, you know. So what else do we have here? I can toggle the gray line. I mean, you know that sometimes good conditions are along that gray line. So you can switch it on and off if I want. I have the option to switch the moon on. Right now it's probably not, and where's the moon right now? I don't even know where the moon hangs. But I can switch the moon on and off. I have no idea where it is.
Did you lose the moon?
Yeah,
Udo?
maybe we have a new moon. No. But normally it would if it's enabled, it shows up as a disk somewhere. I don't know. Not today.
We had a full moon.
Yeah,
the
maybe
night of
it's
January 2nd.
yeah, maybe it is there. I'm not really in Earth, Moon, Earth, so I don't really miss it. But I don't see it. Anyway, sorry about that.
It's on the ham clock.
Yeah, it's probably at the, yeah. The
Up in
other
the
thing
sky,
is
too.
if
Look
you
out the
get
window.
lost, yeah.
Just look out the window. It's up in the sky.
Yeah, exactly. But it's the night. And then if you click on this question mark thing, you get a little card which gives you some of the hotkeys, meaning buttons you can press on your keyboard, which give you a quick link to actions. You can, if you want, you can print this out and laminate it and put it next to your station if you want.
Hey, Udo,
Yes.
since many of us have and are familiar with ham clock, it might be worth mentioning that theoretically and supposedly it's possible for GridTracker to send a UDP message to ham clock with the call sign. And
That's true. I did not explore that, but yes, it's possible. Ham clock can receive that, and you could set the DX location, for example, with the information from the station you're currently working.
yes,
And then look at ham clock where they are, and you can say, oh, I see your weather is like, yeah, you know, nice and sunny or something like that. And sorry about your rain or whatever. Yeah, I mean, sure, that is a possibility. I did not look into that. I know I saw it and I thought, oh, that's something I will definitely spend more time on, you know.
I've tried it, and that's another thing that I've not yet got working.
Okay.
Bruce is eager to load up on destinations for UDP streams from a single port.
Yeah.
More or less, that's true.
Bruce, I know you've seen it. I don't know if others have, but I put 2 links into the chat of UDP repeaters that will take the output of a single port and send it to multiple ports at multiple different IP addresses.
Yeah, that would be that exactly what you would help Bruce in his problem of having multiple receivers for the same information, you know. So you could,
I will try that. Another tool that I've used in trying to understand all this is a network tool called Wireshark.
yeah, Wireshark is a very powerful tool if you want to look at your network, what data comes in and what goes out from your computer and the different ports, and you can decode messages on Ethernet. I mean, it's pretty much on all my machines. Is why somewhere Wireshark, which helps me to understand. You know?
I was able to get it running on my Innovato Quadra and on my Windows computer, so I could watch both ends of the UDP conversation.
Yeah. Yes, correct.
And I still couldn't get it to work.
Oh well, it sometimes it's just you have one little thing wrong, number wrong or whatever, and then all shit breaks. It goes wrong. Yeah. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, next thing is here, you can toggle the audio on and off if you know it by the voice telling you, yeah. That is, we went through the settings. Here would be the icon where you can load an ADIF file from to be displayed here right now. It opens up a file window where you can select it where it is. I never really use that because it's already happening automatically with the log from the QSet here. I can enable the time zone layers, so you see the different time zones. All right, okay, and and then if you're interested, you can overlay the grids. So if somebody says, "Oh, I'm in Delta Foxtrot, whatever," you know, they're somewhere down here. If you're interested in it, I thought it destroys a little bit the view, so I normally switch it off. That's one thing I don't understand. It's the US weather radar. Okay. Good. Nice. They have another interesting implementation is the overlay of the maximal usable frequency or the F2 layer and the also layers for propagation prediction you can overlay here. But if you can also enable this little table here, the little window with the current information, how the conditions are. And let's go back and zoom in here. You have, what else do we have? We have the spots. We don't do that right now. Oh yeah, the open lookup. I can put in here what's our TF1A, I think. So I can it tells me he's from Iceland, and I worked him on, I have him confirmed on 10 meters and 12 meters, and last contact was on 10 meters on January 17th, 2024. That's pretty much the information what's in my logbook. So I can put any call sign. So if I see something, I put it in, and that's also for the people who do sideband. They can put you use that, you know, to search if a call sign you worked before, and you get the information from here. What else do we have? Yeah, PSK Reporter. It's integrated with PSK Reporter. When I enable that, it tells me where was I heard in the last 24 hours. That is my my spot from PSK Reporter, because I was trying out earlier, so I transmitted. And so I will, I see where I was heard, you know, my signal earlier, not only.
That's a nice feature. You know, you just click and turn it on and off.
I'm sorry.
And
Go walk.
yeah, I mean, you can clear this again. So we go back to, it's always, if it gets too crowded, you can clear here the live spots, and that would be what comes in when I click on QRZ.log, it pulls in a fresh set of data from QRZ.log. If I want to display the data here, I have the option either go live data, what is right now, or show what's in my logbook. To show what I worked, what I got confirmed, and yeah, you go out and see the whole world, and you know.
So that the logbook that it's showing you, is that the local logbook or your QRZ logbook?
That is my QRZ logbook.
Now, does that only show FT8 QSOs or all QSOs?
All QSOs.
Okay.
All QSOs, and I mean, it is not the automated thing is only an FT8. It means the live data, that would be you need digital, but all the others are you know, are also available if you would have single sideband contacts in your logbook. It doesn't yeah, I mean, you can select it somewhere. There is an option where you can filter that you only see sideband or only CCW or so, but it will show you all your contacts in your logbook.
And where was that button again? Oh, log.
That is here with this data.
Okay. And will that work with, if you're not using QRZ, if you're using, you know, logbook of the
Yeah,
world?
it works with any log program where where you have it set up for this log program.
Okay.
And I can say here, for example, I say I want to see phones. Yeah, once you can see. Not much. Yeah, there's one there, there's one here. I had a single sideband contact. Hey, what happened? I hit my head or something. Yeah, 23. And I had another single sideband contact here with a guy in down south, and was it here? And I have another one here. So yeah, as you can see, I'm not very active in sideband. So but as you see, it does also sideband, you know. Yeah. CW is like, okay, yeah, good, I'm not. But, you know, if you also things like C4FM or something like that, I don't log them normally, but if you do like mTOR or like AM or whatever, you can select it, or you say mixed, and then you get them all. You can go here, you can, if you're in Earth, Moon, Earth or something, EME, you can select it by that, or you can, if you mark them as Aurora E or whatever, you can also select it, or you say mixed, then you get them all. Mode, yeah, we went through that one. Band, you can say, oh, show me all my contacts, for example, on 10 meters. Okay, what did I had in 10 meters? Would convert. So it, boom, it shows me everything on 10. Or I can go and say, okay, how about 6 meters? You know, like, okay, yeah, there's some Europeans here, some here, mostly in the US, and some in South America, but yeah, a little bit sparse the rest of the world. So you can filter your map when you do logbook viewed, and you say auto, then it adapts whatever your mode you are right now working on, you know. So mixed meaning all. If you're right now, because I'm 15 meter, that auto would go to 15 meters. So if I leave it mixed, it shows me all my contacts I ever made. Okay. I can, another selection here, I can select here by award, if you want the worked all countries, worked all states, counties, or worked all states, DXCC. It shows me yeah, where I'm still missing stuff, you know, in the world. I mean, I still have some holes here in Africa, pretty much good in Europe, and yeah, here in that area I still have some holes, and so
North Korea.
Yeah, North Korea, of course. Yeah, somewhere over there. Where is it here? This one? No, I don't even know. It's somewhere in this area. Oh, yes, the moon. Look at that. The moon. We found the moon. Okay, so yeah, so there's a lot of powerful features where you can select and display graphically what did you work, what you're missing, and then again, it helps with digital modes, but it is definitely also useful if you do single sideband, you know. It's
Udo,
not, yeah.
which on that laying out all your contacts, which database does it look at? All of your databases?
Well, right now I have Logbook of the World and QRZ logged in, which are synced up, so they're pretty much the same. So right now, what I have here, if I say
Many
clear,
DXCCs.
yeah, I know. When I clear the log, it pretty much
Many DXCCs.
now it's every new message coming in is a new DXCC because it doesn't have the data. But when I say okay, load the QRZ logbook, it will take a little bit because it's
Many
So
DXCCs.
it will look at all your databases regardless and put them all together and then show you the data.
yeah. Now that
see.
I'm not 100% clear if you have multiple different logbook programs, if they match them together, because right now I only have QRZ. I don't know. Let me see. What do I have set up?
For instance, I use DX Keeper, Logbook of the World, and Club Log. So would it pull data from all three of those and then display it that way?
To be honest, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I have no idea. I use QRZ. I don't know about the others.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I think. Let me look at something here. Let me go to me. Hang on a second. I can. Got my browser. That's my normal machine. I normally have I have EQSL too. Let me just start GridTracker here. That's my normal GridTracker setup.
I like your desktop photo.
I don't know what that is. I thought it was like burial vaults. I don't know. It looks like a crematorium to me, but I don't know.
I grew up 30 miles from there.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Oh, see here, I have a button here for Logbook of the World. So I could also, yeah, see, I can import QRZ. I can import Logbook of the World. And I bet if I have other logging programs, I have a button there too. So I can import them as I needed them.
I see.
Yeah, I did not set up the if I go back to my machine here, I did not set up Logbook of the World.
But if you did have the 2 or 3 or 4 checked, would that all then be incorporated?
Well, that's here. See, as soon as I put a check mark in here, I have my button here, and then I can do it. Okay. Yeah, that page here, that configuration page is important.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to connect to the database, you have to put a check mark in there. You have to put in, if you want to see it in the menu, you have to put a check mark in here.
I see. Okay.
If you want to pull it in at startup, like I do for QRZ, you put in a check mark here. Then then it will probably also I can check it. I could check here, so it would log also directly Logbook of the World. But there, and then I have to put in my TQSL password and station name. So
Udo, in that column, there's only N3FJP has a box. None of the others have a checkbox.
Well, yeah, that means connect. That means you connect to that database. I don't know anything about N3.
Well, I know, but why wouldn't there be a checkbox under Club Log or Logbook? You know, that's the only...
because you don't have to connect to them. You just you just have you send data to it or pull data from it. But it looks like that logging program requires an active connection somehow, like some handshake or something is going on.
Udo, is that page, did you get that out of settings, the settings window?
That is the settings. If I could just show you here, you go
on the right-hand side.
You go to the gearbox there, settings, and then you take the tab called logging. That's where you have to set it up. Okay. And there you have to put in, and it depends, you know, if you have this program installed, it looks like it listens to 1100 by default. I don't know, but I would assume so, because whatever. And that is by default set up if this program would reside on the same machine in GridTracker. Then it would 2127.001 and the port 1100. I think, trying to let me look at my notes here. Yeah, I think that's all I. Greenline I did. Yeah, I think I covered the most important features. I mean, there are a couple more things going on, but yeah, it looks like if let me double check one thing here.
Many DXCCs.
If I pull in Logbook of the World only. Oops.
Wanted DXCC.
I don't know why it doesn't pull it in. I press on the button, it says, interesting.
Many DXCCs.
Yeah, I don't know why it normally does QoS. Did I put it? I thought I put a check mark in loaded. Yeah, I put a check mark in. I have to look at what's going on. Why Logbook of the World doesn't come in here, because I normally don't use it, but I have to see why that not would populate here. You see, when I press on QoS, it populates there. It pulls all my 22,720 contacts.
Udo, you don't have log ticked. Go back there.
Yeah, I don't have log tick. That means I don't. If GridTracker logs a contact, it will not go into Logbook of the World. But I have it there to load at startup and at menu. But I thought was only for yeah, unless I have to go through TQSL, which is a pain in the ass. Probably, yeah, I can. We don't have to do this now. I can look into this. I may have to find my key. I have no idea where it is. I think it's in TQSL. That's very, in my personal opinion, that direct TQSL interface is very cumbersome with the keys and everything else. Which, yeah, where you put your keys, you know, leave them. Okay, I think that is all I have at the moment.
I have a question, Udo.
Yes, Eric.
On the ports, Is there a limit to the size of boat you can park in the port?
Yeah, it's a 50
Oh my
foot.
God. Neil, take care of that, will you?
Yeah,
Take care of Eric.
I'll push the Eric button.
Yes, please.
Yeah, 50 foot, that's maximum.
50 feet.
Yeah.
And are there certain countries you can only park in certain ports?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God.
We almost went through a whole seminar without Eric until he finally
I didn't even know he was on there until
Yes.
suddenly he popped up here. Okay.
lurking. He was lurking there.
Right. So I wondered.
One thing I find useful is if you go to the map and right click on a state where you want to turn your antenna towards, it gives you the azimuth.
Yeah, it gives you the azimuth and I think I'm the distance, you know. So I just
Yeah, I mean it does it on down to bottom under the frequency here on on WSJT, but if you're using GridTracker and just have it up when you're using the phone contact, it'll
right. There's one more thing I want to show. Let's see if that works. I tried to call the station in Brazil here. See if you can hear me. I'm on the wrong radio for 15 meters, but that's okay. I'm on my that should work. Yeah. I normally would go on the other station what the other antenna is connected to. Nah, it doesn't. Oh, come on. Let's do something else here. I want to see how I want to show you how the logging displays and stuff like that. But in order to do that, I need a actually contact with somebody. So let's see. So let's see. That here's a very strong signal. So hopefully. Okay. Now he can bounce back. Happens, you know. Okay, he came back to me. I called him. HT2. He gave me a -19. Wow, that's funny. Yeah, I can hear him. So now we can switch over to the here. And it display here that I'm in contact with him. Tells me it's 167 degrees, 3,131 miles. It shows me now I'm transmitting. So gives me the QSO and here on the map you can see the QSO is red here. You see that he's down here. So that is the contact going on right now. At the same time, the guy here from I'm sorry, that's the contact. The guy from Brazil also was calling me. So now I'm done. Unfortunately, I have to go in here and press the button. Do you hear the bing? So it told me, okay, it's locked. So over here, it tells me, oh, you locked it in QZ.com. So it's locked. It's in my log. And let's open. Yeah. Hang on a sec. Refresh it. Yeah, it's in the log. So it happens automatically. If WSJT-X wouldn't be so stupid with the box popping up and not automatically logging, and I have to press the button, I even had less work to do. But yeah, so in JTDX, I can set it so it automatically does the logging and really goes automatically, and I don't have to press the button. So as you can see,
WSJT won't do that?
JTDX does it automatically. WSJT does not. Even so, there is a check mark, but it only does it when you're in contest mode for whatever stupid reason. I don't know why. Yeah,
I've used that auto log feature not in contest mode. It does work.
I have it set and it doesn't work.
Huh.
Yeah. If you go look here, setting, logging, reporting, log automatically is checked. See, doesn't work. In JTDX it works, but not here.
That's
I don't
interesting
know.
because it has been working for me. I don't know, but
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, it does not make sense. I can select it. Why wouldn't it work? You know. So anyway. Yeah. I mean, anybody question about the WSJT-X? I mean, if I'm already here.
When you were looking at the GridTracker map,
Right.
and you said that those were the people who were contacting you, and you were in QSO with one, and one was calling you. How did you know that? By looking at those lines.
Oh, because they both were red.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, and here and here in the here, I had, you see, both were coming back to me.
Right. I can see you could tell there, but and the problem. Okay. Now I get it. I don't see colors, so that's why I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the guy, I'm sorry about the guy in Brazil. He came back to me, but yeah, I'm sorry I moved on, but that's okay. But I had him here. That was this guy here. Somewhere there. No, was it down here? No, this one. The line from my contact down to here was red. Okay. So that's how I could see it. I mean, yeah, I mean, over time, again, as longer you're on, it gets a little bit busy and it shows the, hang on a second. Go in. And I have to, yeah, now it, you know, when I really start operating it, I can switch off these lines with that one here. So then these are the stations all I can hear directly, or here is like a heat map that tells me where is most likely where I can be heard or can hear stations, you know, they like show up in that area. It's looks like West Coast. Yeah, the close here. It's funny, why is it more over to the east? So it looks like I favor this area and the West Coast, but out of here in this area, it's a big hole there. There's not either nobody there or I don't know, but it's in 15 meters, you know. So, but again, that maybe has something to do. This antenna is on the east side, southeast side of the house. The house is right, and it's on the ground here. It's a vertical and HV9, and it probably the house blocks it. Where my other antenna is on the south, on the northwest side of the house, on the house itself, higher up. It favors normally the Asia Pacific area and stuff like that. So you get a little bit an idea with putting that on where's the action, you know, from your station, you know. Yeah. Any more questions? Talk too much anyway. So.
there's a lot to learn.
Yeah. Even I sometimes going over that for the presentation, I discovered a couple more things, you know.
I think you've shown a lot of people of this program who haven't even used it, what it can do. It's very powerful.
Yeah. And it's
so
free.
is this being recorded? Is this being recorded to where we can look at it later? I came in kind of late.
Yes.
My apologies for that.
Yes, it is.
Okay, is there?
Yeah, go to YouTube and look up Yesu Zoomers. It'll be there. Probably tomorrow.
Gotcha. Understand. Thank you very much.
Yep.
I just had shoulder surgery. My medication's still messing with me.
Wait till you get older and it messes with you all the time. Regardless, with or without the med.
Gotcha. Understand that.
Yeah, I mean, anybody more question about?
Yeah, Udo, I just connected with you. I'm AA60W. I want to see on the map what it looks like on your end.
Yeah. Hang on a second.
Yeah, I like
idea.
that layout.
So if we go back to the map, hang on a second. And no.
Udo, was that version of WSJ, was that the improved version or the standard version?
That was the standard you download. So,
Because the improved version has 3 different downloads with different layouts now.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, I just realized, terrible. It doesn't show the Gulf of America. Oh my goodness.
I
They
Oh,
gotta fix that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too. I'm okay with it.
As you so here's AA6DW.
Okay, I see it now. All right.
Are you here?
Yep, that's me. Well, I'm
You know
not in the water, I can tell you that, but
Yeah, you probably the problem is, you see that grid is that big. The grid, meaning the Charlie Mike 94 is that big. So if you go into your settings and you put in your 6 character,
I do.
then it should
Like I've
only...
even modified it so I can go into the full 10 digit one.
Oh, okay.
Gets me right down to the back door.
Yeah, because I know well, if we go the other side, I have to look now where big, because if my Senator grid, you see, my Senator grid is also in the Lake Michigan, but because I'm here on the edge, okay, I'm here on the North Shore from Chicago. Oops, sorry, right here. So I'm not in the middle of Lake Michigan, because if I put in an Echo Nancy 62, I would be in the Lake Michigan. But because let's have a look on my settings. If you go here in File, Settings, and go into the first one in General, do you have that in here?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
Pretty sure I do. Sure, settings. Oh, general. Yeah, I've got CM94XQ. Yeah, I'm directly north of Santa Barbara on the map.
Yeah, I'm surprised
I
because
asked about this a long time ago, and what the answer was
X
is
like
that
X-ray? X-ray?
X-ray Quebec 10, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if you put in only 6 characters, if then it will work.
No,
I asked about this a long time ago, and the answer that I got was that the program was designed to track grids. And
Yeah,
if you made a contact within that grid, it wasn't designed to show you where in the grid you were. It was just so that you got that grid.
Because as you can see from my QDH, I'm not in the where is the, because I have my setting for Echo Nancy 62 Bravo Charlie, and it reports me not in the middle of Lake Michigan, because yeah, I would be swimming now otherwise. So
do I get a QSL card or what?
You want one?
No.
You got a confirmation QSL.com.
your card is in the mail.
I heard that before.
Right. No, but you see, I'm on the edge here, so, and it tells me, yeah, I don't know what I can tell you where it takes it from, but you're in the
I'm in the upper right hand. I'm in about.
Yeah, let me
see where if you see where the S is in Santa Barbara, I'm halfway up there.
I'm looking what it's reporting here. You see, you report CM64, but yeah, that's.
Yeah, it's only reporting with grid square, not exact location.
Yeah, no, that's funny. I don't have an answer for that. I'm sorry, I don't have an answer for that. Why you're in the middle of the ocean, but.
Well, actually, if you go down from the T, in Santa Maria.
Right.
I'm about a third of the way to the S in Santa Barbara, right down that
okay.
line.
Oh, okay. Right here.
Up higher. Yeah, just on the other side of that ridge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have been there a couple of times down there.
Yeah, you see where it says Solvang? I'm just
Yeah.
south of that.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. I've been there. There is some oil facilities there in little mountains there from Thumbs and other companies. I was there a couple of times. Where was that place? Long Beach, yeah. Where they have the artificial islands out in the ocean.
Yeah, that's Long Beach. That's south of LA.
Yeah, that's further down. Yeah, here somewhere. Yeah, here Long Beach. I I saw it the first time from the beach, and then later I actually was on these islands. Like it's like crazy, you know. But yeah, it's just to make it look nice. They camouflage. That's a typical Hollywood style. They camouflage the oil rigs or oil platforms on islands with artificial palm trees, like scenery, you know.
Yeah, and they have nice lights at night.
Yeah, so it looks like you're looking out on the island, but behind that is the industrial equipment. You know, it's very, very crazy. Like, okay, probably somebody from Hollywood was involved in that one. So, yeah, so wow, good.
Udo, I'm trying to call you as well, but
Okay, where are you? Hang on a second. Let me go to my too many icons open here. Okay. Wow, that's the whole look at that. Brazil, Canada, and Cuba all calling me calling CQ, but I don't where are you? Let me see. Bob, what's your call sign?
W7 BTM.
BTM. I don't see you. Sorry. No. I'm sorry. I mean, I could go over here, pull up my thing.
Bruce, where are you located?
Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, it might be not favorable on 15.
Yeah. I'm gonna use PSK Reporter and
yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, I can look here.
15 meters signal sent.
The only one I hear there is N7 FRK.
Yeah, I got something not set right.
That's the only one I hear from your area there, you know. See.
Yeah, let me see.
And he's very weak. I mean, he's a -20, so that yeah, that would be not it's not a very strong signal from that area.
Maybe 20 meters might work better with that distance.
How do you filter the WSJT band activity window for a call sign?
You mean here?
I ought to see signs in the band. How would I filter that?
I don't know how I mean, you can do hang on a second. Where is my I know in JTDX I can click and say, okay, I want to see just that station. I thought it was there. Was it in here, the code?
There's a window down there, but I forget what that. So I'm not using the exact thing.
I know there was somewhere away where you can type in a call sign. I know it's in JTDX. There's a window up there, which is very nice. You can look for.
Bruce, you're not showing up in PSK Reporter at all.
Yeah, I know this, so I'm not sure what's. I think I know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I'm on 15 meters. What am I doing wrong here?
I mean, you have your computer set up so it sends out audio. Most of the time, what happens is computers lose their audio ports because somebody plugged in a headset, or you're using it for Zoom right now.
No, I figured it out. I got my wrong microphone input.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big frustration is with these digital modes. If you have multiple uses for computer, then sometimes you can mess up your settings just by plugging in a headset,
So
Hey,
Yeah, I
Udo,
got you now.
Hey, Udo, what does that look up button do just above the date and time?
Date and time. Oh, let me see something.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
That would make two of us. I get that all the time. It usually comes from my wife.
I have no idea what this lookup button does. Hang on a second. It doesn't do nothing right now. Search for call sign in database. Oh, yeah. You can get information if you worked the station before. So let's see.
Oh, okay.
But
I guess that's from the internal database that WSJT-X.
yeah, from internal database in WSJT, not necessarily from QSet.
Oh, okay.
That program keeps an internal database as an IDF file, which is hidden. Oh, I did it. Sorry.
Yeah,
I called this. Yeah, minimum I should be nice and answer him. Okay.
I added another microphone the other day, and I think I got my codecs all screwed up.
Yeah, it is sometimes a little a challenge, especially with Windows 11.
I use Windows 10.
Yeah, but even 10 is some. See, I mean, where can you do contacts and still keep a conversation at the same time?
Yeah.
It's only digital, right? Okay, I'm sorry.
Easy soft.
So that was another contact, but
Bruce, how much power are you putting out?
100 watts, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. My microphones are screwed up. WSJT is not listening to the right mic stream.
Yeah, if that doesn't work, then you might the cat control will work because it's an independent channel, but your audio stream might end up wherever, so, or your it's linked right now. If you look in your settings down here. I mean, I'm Windows 11 here, but it's very similar in. Come on, here we go. It's very similar in 11. You have to make sure that your setting for your what is the.
Yeah, I know if I click on the tune button and I don't see any power going out, it'll key the rig, but if I don't see any power
that
going
means
out,
your audio stream goes somewhere. Oh, okay, where are they hiding it again? I have my these are my thing. This is my dent. That is my advanced. Also, here. Echolink. Echolink is enabled. Yeah, that is enabled. Okay. So system sounds go to that speaker. Good, that's right. You know, the system sounds go to the local speaker, the radio, and the echo link go to different. I'm sorry, echo link, yeah, and WSJT-X, yeah, goes to. Yeah, I shouldn't wait a second. What the hell is going on? That's fine. I have to check on something too, because it should not go here. It should go here. See, mine was even screwed up, and it still worked. Yeah, one thing I do is I name my sound devices. I rename them so I know where they go, because as you can see, I have an echo link node on that thing, and yeah, that should go here. I don't know what happened. Oh, I know why.
I do the same thing, but I think I renamed them and I added a microphone, and now it's like, okay, which one was connected to what?
Yeah, the problem is what I have is I'm remote connecting to it, which then adds another layer of mix up on top of it.
Huh.
I normally what I do is I go and hit the tune button and see if my radio goes on transmit, and
it should show up in Device Manager also.
yeah, that too. But I was more concerned right now why my settings were like different here. But and then what you can do is you go here to audio, and you make sure that these are important. You know,
display audio.
If you know what you. Yeah. Okay. What else? It's quite busy in 15 today. Looks like it.
Well, thank you all.
Yeah, thank you all for being patient and staying with me that long. I exceeded my time like quite a bit.
This is a great example of software that's out there that might be helpful for one or two things I like to do. And I love to play around with software on computers because even when it breaks, you just reboot and get back on with life.
Right. Yeah.
I was an emergency physician for 43 years. And now when I louse up, no one dies. So
yeah, well, you cannot easily reboot a human body, right?
There you go.
There's no control alternate delete on your human body. You know, well, you can put the pedals on and zap them, but
yeah, only goes just so far. Good night, everybody. Take care.
Yeah.
See you in a week or so.
Okay,
bye.
So let me get out of here. Where is my
Good day.
Those trees are in the water.
Yeah, well. So how do I stop?
That's where he does WSJT-X from.
Here we go. So back to net control.
Anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, anybody else? Does anybody use two-tone for the engine on their RTTY rather than MTTY?
Are you talking about audio tones?
Yeah,
For RTTY.
Right, for RTTY.
Yeah.
I was just in the contest this past weekend using MTTY, and some of the weak signals weren't coming in. So I decided to switch over to two-tone. And I just wanted to know if anybody else is using it.
No, I must admit I did a lot of RTTY back in the 70s and 80s, but I didn't use it for a long time. But I should switch it back in again. But yeah, no, I used real hardware, meaning teletyper and Now the interfaces and stuff like that, you know. No computers back then.
Anybody else have any other questions? Well, Udo, I can't thank you enough. It was an excellent presentation. We had 20 people watching.
Yeah,
One of the
wonderful. Thank you very
largest-
much. I might jumped a little bit at the end because of the questions, but I hope I covered everything that everybody was interested in. And
I think everybody learned something. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
and if you have more questions, I mean, I've been there next week, hopefully. And
Thank
feel
you,
free.
Udo. I really appreciate it. And Bob too for connecting us with him.
Yep.
Yep.
You're welcome.
What's happening next month, Bob?
I have to look it up. I don't remember. No, I can't. It's on this computer. I'll have to send a note out. Well, you'll get something on Sunday, which will talk about the next presentation.
Yeah. Bob's like the rest of us, CRS.
Oh yes, absolutely. CRS.
It's not
big
written
time.
down. It's not written down.
Ed's got it figured out though. He doesn't have CRS.
Yeah, I can't no, I take Prevagen and I take IQ Blast, and the only thing those two pills do is I remember to take the pills. Other than that, I remember nothing.
Well, some success, right?
Oh God!
I went to the drugstore to get Prevagen once and forgot why I went to the drugstore.
Yes, exactly.
You know,
Hey, Udo.
Yes.
Udo, I've got a ham clock question, and
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can move my camera so I can see the ham clock.
Neil, that
Okay.
shirt is like a test pattern.
All right. You see this where I'm
Yes.
pointed.
That is the opposite. What's the English word for it? The opposite
Antipode.
side of the Earth at antipode. Yeah, from your location.
Okay.
So if you
Okay.
drill straight down, that's where you'll come out.
Right.
Now he'll flood his house, Eric.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why is that important to put on a map? What would anybody use
It's
that?
the furthest. It's probably the furthest spot you can reach. Think about it, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there is no other spot away from your location further than that.
Okay.
No matter which way you go around the Earth or something.
Yeah. I know the one that represents the sun, and that's Analema, and it always travels in that arc. It
Yeah.
looks like the arc looks like an infinity symbol.
Right.
That's
but-
called Analema.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things in ham clock which are very, very interesting, you know, implemented there, which like,
Yeah.
Especially the moon.
yeah, especially when you, some of these fields, when you go on the upper left corner, where you have these options, where you can select what the panel displays. And then when you have a display in the panel, most of the time when you click on the middle of the panel, it gives you the additional options. But, you know, you can change the display, or you can change what it shows and what
Yeah.
options it show or
I
not.
pretty much have satisfied with next to the call sign and clock on the upper left. I have live spots in one of the windows, then on the air in the middle, and then vocap
Yeah.
on the right. And that seems to work well for me. It at least it gives me the information that I'm looking for.
Well, yeah, actually, really, in order to see a lot and take full benefit, you need a minimum of 2 ham clocks. Yeah, in order to, you know, put different information up. I mean, you know, there's so many stuff is there which you would, oh, I want to see that. The nice thing is, you know, some of them you can actually select both, and then it switches every 30 seconds, you know, like between them.
we can spend more time looking at stuff like that and not operating stations.
Right. Look at pretty pictures.
I figured out what was wrong, Udo.
Yeah. I mean, I like Hemclock, the integration with PSK Reporter, you know.
Yeah.
The thing what I showed you in GridTracker, to see what the conditions are. So it's the same thing in Hemclock where you can integrate with PSK Reporter, and then you can select, for example, your call sign, and the spots, and when you active in digital and you transmit, you can see on the map where you heard directly, you know, like you would be in PSK Reporter, but you can see it there.
Right now.
Or you can select your grid, and then you can see spots from your grid or for your grid, you know.
What it does tell you in the live spots, for example, the most active band right now is 10 meters for me.
Hey, Udo?
Yes.
You are receiving me now.
I do? Okay. Good. Let me go over to my...
The problem I had is that for some reason my radio was not switching to data mode.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see you. Yeah, you're actually a strong signal here. Yeah. Let's see.
It's every time it stops, it switches back to USB. That's I got to figure that out.
Oh,
are you in split?
What radio do you have? I mean,
I have a 7610 and I'm operating in split.
Okay, and there is the setting where you can select that you go to packet mode automatically or digital mode automatically in the radio setting.
Yeah, I think I messed up a setting there somewhere. I'm gonna try. Anyway,
I responded to you.
I'm not seeing it yet. And that would make sense because if it switches back to USB.
Yeah, the decoding would be a little bit off.
Yeah, I did it. I did a real number this morning to my ham clock. I wiped out the original config that was shipped, so I've been learning how to set stuff up again.
Okay, I think that was another mistake that I made, and I think it's going to work now.
Yeah, I'm still answering you. Well, take the
Eric.
Take the screen back one more time. Here.
Eric, is your email correct in QRZ?
It should be, yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to. My station is trying to answer you. So it would be.
Yeah, I've got another mixed up setting here somewhere.
Yeah,
I still haven't got it to switch, and I do have to go. But so thank you very much. We'll get this straightened out.
Yeah, I mean, just quick, I'll show you that thing here is important.
Oh,
Udo, try moving your transmit signal over to the right a little bit.
My transmit signal.
Yeah, the red bracket up on top.
Oh, yeah, but
because you might be on top of somebody.
Yeah. But...
I don't want to do that.
I did flip that button, Udo, and
that normally will make sure that your radio is in digital mode, you know.
And it's staying in digital at the moment. And
yeah, you stop transmitting.
Yeah, I'm going to try one more time. Oh.
But I might not have enough oomph. I only run 100 watts here on a vertical. Not on a HV9. Like, yeah, it's just actually for 15 meters, just the top part of the antenna.
W7B CN85, okay. Okay, let's see if that works. You should hear me now.
Let's see. I see you. I answer.
Okay, I'm still in digital mode this time.
Yeah. I mean, you're a strong signal, so you should be able to decode me.
I'm seeing decode, so it's receiving. Why don't I see you? Let me see. I should be able to use received by the call sign W7BTM. Sent.
I mean, I know my station works. I mean, I did the contact a little bit earlier, so
I'm sure it does.
I might be yeah, even so I moved a little bit around. Maybe let me move to a free.
Well, I don't have time. I do have to go. So I'll get it.
Okay, no
we'll get it
problem.
figured
We
out.
can do this another time then.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Hey, have a nice week then.
Yeah, see you guys.
Bye. So I get out of here again. Boy, get out of here. Get out of here. Stop that.
Hey, Bob, do you know about how long it takes for the recording to get out on YouTube? You're on mute.
You're muted, Bob.
Thursday morning at the latest.
Thank you much.
Okay. So,
Dave got that from his hand signals.